Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. This week we're doing an updated week in my life, just essentially going through everything that I'm doing on a regular week during my second semester of vet school. Of course, I'm starting to get a bit busier now, so there's definitely more things going on. So if you're interested in that, please stick around. And of course, please subscribe. I'm here every single Sunday at 9 AM for more vet school content like this. Come along. So essentially, Mondays are exhausting.
She's a real drama queen.
I hate Mondays, and they are my least favorite day. Monday has 0 classes, but it is essentially set aside as your lecture day. So it is easily the most boring day. I don't see anyone, I don't interact with anyone, and I try my hardest to make 10 hours of lectures, at least, somehow fit into one day. Now, I don't know, something about the last few weeks in second semester, it's no longer 10 hours. They want to make it at least 13 hours. But basically, I try to make it more interesting by getting up early, doing a bunch of lectures in the morning, have a lunch break, and then I'll force myself to walk to the state library and stay there until I've done as much as I can. It changes my environment completely, so I feel a bit less insane.
See, here I'm now by myself, talking to myself.
Now today I did actually manage to finish all of my lectures on the Monday, which doesn't normally happen, I would say. I did also significantly speed them up this week.
Thank you very much for giving me these delicious walnuts. I like them very much. You are a nice person. I will be sure to come back tomorrow.
I've got a mid-semester exam next week and I would rather just speed them up and have more time to study. And now, thank God, I'm back home. But anyway, that was my very boring Monday. Let's go on to Tuesday. Right, it is Tuesday, and yes, I am wearing the exact same thing I was wearing yesterday. Today, I woke up early so I could do a bunch of my flashcards before I went to my 9 AM class. Was in class from 9 AM till midday. Basically, I had to do a case study on metabolism. It was going over portosystemic shunts, how they impact the animal, all the side effects. Of course, it always ends up feeling like revision because most of us are rushing to finish the lectures and we haven't actually spent time sitting down to understand it. But anyway, that was fine. Came straight home. Honestly, took a bit of a break until 1 PM just because I felt like I needed to clear my head. And then after that, I really got into studying. Emphasizing again that this is not a normal week for me. It's just because I've got an exam next week, but I studied from 1 PM until 6 PM.
Get me some poison, because I am already dead inside.
It's honestly kind of incredibly frustrating because I'm trying to remember how all of the different arteries and veins branch, how they go to the brain, how they branch around the heart. But other than that, it was actually a very productive day. I'm happy with how much I got done. Perfect timing for a plane. So let's go on Wednesday. So Wednesday's done. Honestly, I'm filming Wednesdays on the following day because basically I had the worst crash out yesterday. It was all going fine. Woke up early in the morning to go for a walk. I normally do that in the afternoon, but I knew I was going out later. And then I went to the library to do my online Zoom modules that I had to do because for some reason they think putting histology all online is a good idea.
I feel like we're gonna bang out potatoes, no problem. I mean, so we pretty much already did it.
But anyway, went to the library with my friend because trauma together is better than trauma apart. That put me in a bad mood because considering these are classes that you pay thousands of dollars for, you get given these primitive platforms that don't work properly, but actually trying to sit there and use the platform is so painful. I stayed at the library for a few more hours to do some study for that exam I have next week. And I think this is where my crash out started. I knew I was gonna have to go out for dinner, so I closed everything. I said, all right, that's it, leave this for now. Went home, went out to the pub near my house because we happen to live really close to each other. Genuinely, the second I sat down in this pub, everything hit me like a ton of bricks. I felt so sick. I was congested. I don't know where it came from.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
And then when the whole group went up to leave and they were going upstairs to go to her place, I said, look, I'm going home. And that is where that day ended for me because I crashed immediately into bed and I spent the rest of the night completely crashed out. It just unfortunately makes this part of the video a bit boring. However, it's also very realistic to a vet school week in the life. So I'm going to leave it in because crashing out sometimes is completely normal. Thursday, quite possibly my least favorite day of the whole week. Frankly, I still feel a bit sick from yesterday, but it is my 9 to 5 uni day. And it's not like I hate it just because it's 9 to 5. The classes just suck. 9 to 12, I have a cardiovascular case study. This week's case study was bizarre. They love to throw random things in every now and then. We're all sitting there going, it's a cardiovascular problem because we're in the cardiovascular class. So today's case study was actually about a splenic tumor and the whole spleen had ruptured. Huh? Anyway, the mornings aren't that bad, and then we have a 2-hour lunch break, and after 1 hour I say, okay, stop talking to your friends and go to the library, you have an exam in a few days. Now the problem class that makes me hate the Thursdays is my 2 to 5 class. It is so mind-numbingly boring. We had for 3 hours 3 questions and they were easy. So instead it ends up being a 3-hour sit-down class where they basically just talk at you the whole time.
This is no day for a do. What's happening? For when the bride arrived, and as I say, by this stage, the wind was fierce. I did. I've never heard wind like it.
It's so bad at this point that at the start of the semester, it said case study. Now they've changed it on all of the announcements to say conversation. I think they need to take it a step further and say one-way conversation. I'm not gonna lie, I spent pretty much the whole class doing more study. Just had to do the quick, screen change every time they came by. But anyway, it's done now, thank God. And we can move on to Friday, which is gonna be a really good day. All right, Friday's done, and so is my week. Thank God. This has been, honestly, a bit of a challenging week for me. I got up extra early, didn't love that. Got some flashcards for, again, my exam done before I left and basically went straight into an ultrasound prac. The goal going in there was to try and ultrasound our jugular veins and then our carotid arteries. Now that's what we were meant to be doing. I have no self-control as a human being. And then I went, let me try and find every organ in my body. I probably took about 5 minutes to find my kidney. It got to the point of comparative anatomy where I was so confused I had to Google, how do you find a human kidney? The teacher had left us alone. I said amazing, and then I started scanning my heart. So that was super fun. And then during the lunch period, we also had a blood pressure practical. So literally putting the cuff on people, blowing it up, trying to record everyone's blood pressures. We also used a Doppler. And then also practiced feeling femoral pulses on this weird little fake dog. And then last but not least, they had these little fake dog heads. You could practice jugular blood draws, which is cool because they actually do attach this massive bag of red dye. So if you do get it, it actually comes out red. Had a pathology lab at the end of the afternoon. I can never film any of that because it's literally just a bunch of organs everywhere and you're not allowed to film in there. None of my friends know what's wrong with the organ. We're all just staring at it. And then I rushed home. The rest of my weekend will be quite miserable because of my stupid exam. But other than that, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like content like this, please subscribe. I'm here every single Sunday at 9 AM with more vet school content. Please like, please comment. It helps to see exactly what you guys do enjoy watching. So please let me know. Otherwise, if you want to see more frequent content, I am always uploading on Instagram at becomingdoctalia. Other than that, that's it. Bye.